cops and other law enforcement people of Reddit, what were some cases you worked on that made you think, even if for a moment, that something supernatural/paranormal was going on?
I am a CNA in a local hospital. One of my patients just had a quad bypass, open heart surgery, and I went in to check her vitals. The room was dim and the hall was quiet. I'm looking at her and in the corner of my eye I see something drop from the ceiling out of nowhere. It makes a big clunk sound and I turn to see what it could be. There's nothing there. At that moment my patient looks up at me and say my dad's here. Passes back out. I finish my job and leave. When I would go to that floor again as a floater I would hate to go into that room.
I'm a CMA, was working night shift in an Alzheimer's unit. All of the residents were in and out with their lucidity. One lady seemed to be having hallucinations, which was pretty common for those residents. She insisted her husband was there and she talked to him, scooted over so he could sit next to her, etc. etc. Just generally acted like there was another person was there when there wasn't. Her husband, Jim, had been dead for a couple of years. She seemed happy, and there's no point arguing with someone with dementia anyway, so we left them to visit. After a while she quiets down and says Jim left. Across the hall the lady in that room turns on her call light. Her complaint? This man won't get out of my room. We don't see anything and ask what man? Who is it? She turns to the nothingness beside her bed and says who are you? Then turns back to us and says his name is Jim.